Apostle Tahar was in the spirit. We was tag teaming. We was going back. The Most High God. Brother, that's what we did back then. Or were we wrong?
No.
Now, with that being said, there are certain black women that's supposed to make it out of here. There's certain black women that's going to be delivered. But like I told Kanak earlier, those particular Negro women are probably going to be hooking up with certain brothers. Terminated, man. Right. Big Shirley and Keisha and Pookie and Ray Ray, they ain't coming into the kingdom.
Right.
They ain't going to be in the kingdom. They're going to die right here. That's the spirit you got to be in, man. All these
Pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 first therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. I got it.
I'll break it down.
All right, read it again. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
So it says 2 parts. Two parts that shall be cut off and die in the land of America. Because here is where the folks of the Israelites are. And 2/3 is 66%. It said they shall be cut off, and that's it right there, 2/3. Yep. And they're going to be cut off and die.
You said it right, look. Now, how come they don't fall and crash their heads? They got actual demons guiding them.
Yeah.
But there's a spiritual thing. Remember Ephesians 6?
Yeah.
Spiritual.
Yeah, look at all them, but look at this. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be.
They don't even know what's a Sabbath.
Nah.
They don't even know. They know. Of course, they don't know what's a Sabbath.
Packing lunch for everyone takes time.
I play them.
Something with subscriptions.
The white boys that walk by, look like they were tough guys. I tip my head to smile. That's kill shit. My father taught me. Special forces shit. You go for the solar flex. You know? Boom. You hit them up on the solar flex. And then you forget you. Boom. Boom. Shot. This right to the throat. You know what I mean? That's kill shot shit. Or you take your fingers and stick it right in that fucking eye socket. You can do it like this. Rip that shit back. That's ranger shit. You understand? You know what I'm talking about. You understand?
Yeah.
You see, and that's that. But them dudes, those type of men, or whatever, they don't walk around. Good. But Jake is out there fucking minds. But guess what? The Lord is going to come with the real shit. Yahweh Shai, and it says in the scriptures, Yahweh Shai said, when the Lord tells him that that's that moment, woo, because he going, Yahweh Shai, like Dad used to do the war cry. Yahweh Shai is going to give a war cry.
Ultimate war cry.
Oh, he can't wait. He can't wait. Come on, read that.
Isaiah 42, verse 13.
Shit. Go ahead, brother. Read.
Isaiah 42, verse 13. Yahweh shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. Yup, and it says like it say he shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. You see? And the scripture says that what? That jealousy is the rage of a man.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So when the Lord comes back, it ain't gonna be when Yahweh Shai returns, all right, it's not gonna be him like meek like a lamb. All right, he's coming like a lion this time, man. Coming to devour, man.
Right.
See? Like it's a scripture where it says that pretty much how Jake that has.
Yeah, see, but it's like, yo, I remember, some of us, what are you going to put out the back on the first? Like that good stuff, that little thing, This is why I don't like downtown Dallas. I hate it.
Babylon.
This is why I live in Fort Worth. See, Fort Worth is a little more quiet. See, downtown Fort Worth, I will say this about downtown Fort Worth.
Cops ain't playing this.
The cops in Fort Worth fucking around. All the complaints, they'll snatch your ass up. But I'll say this about them Fort Worth cops. They cool. I didn't pass them. They're like, hey, how you doing? I'm taking my hand up. As long as you behave yourself, they won't fuck with you.
Right.
As long as you don't do some fuck with you.
Right.
But as soon as you step over the line, they're gonna be on you.
Get your ass
Like
up.
flies on shit. Am I lying? Elder Benaya there?
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, they cold. Out in Fort Worth, man. That's why I live in Fort Worth. Real talk. Okay, I go back and forth, but I be in urban with my woman. Even them urban cops, they don't really fuck with you like that. Urban, when my woman live, them cops don't really fuck with you like that. They really don't. As long as you do everything you're supposed to do, they remind me of the Fort Worth cops. They're kind of, as long as you don't run no stop signs or run no red lights or you ain't driving crazy, they won't fuck with you. I've spoken to them. They won't fuck with you. But niggas, Jake is a degenerate, like Jeremiah 2:21. See, but read that.
I'll read it again.
See, but when Yahweh Shai come, see, man, because brother, you gotta learn to hate the 2/3. Oh, but wait a minute, man. Oh, man, we got a lot of trouble today over that.
Oh, yeah.
They also,
There we go again.
that scripture,
Here we go.
Jeremiah would say they the leopards that watch over the cities. You remember in scripture, the leopards that watch over the cities?
Yeah, I think so.
In Jeremiah, I think it is.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
5th chapter. The leopards that watch over the city, that's them too as well.
Yep, the cops and all that.
Yeah.
It says he lies in ways secret as a lion in the den. So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Lion with the den. Yeah.
I'll read this again though.
Please,
Isaiah
please.
42, verse 13. Excuse me. Isaiah 42, verse 13. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
See, but that's coming into the time that we in now. And you brothers gotta realize we are truly in that time. Y'all can't see it, and I don't know what else to tell you. You dig?
We here.
I don't know what else to tell you, man. I tell you, I watch the news every morning, and I'm out here living with you brothers in this world. Y'all see what's going on, bro. Y'all see what's going on.
Yeah.
At least this world, like, how much more can it go, bro? How much more? Like, how much fucking more? How much more wickedness can it be? You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
It'll get worse than this.
but what's going to happen? When they shut that internet off, that's when people going to really lose their fucking When they actually cut off YouTube and Twitter and
Especially this generation.
what is it,
Oh,
TikTok?
man.
That's the other one, right?
Snapchat, all that bullshit. I can't stand that shit.
You know?
Overall, social media.
Yeah. That's a snake. Social media is a weapon.
Some
It
people
is.
live their whole life around it.
Yeah, because they're making money.
Hey, what was that when they shut down something? Was it TikTok?
It was TikTok.
And you had motherfuckers praying to Trump. So the temptation was that long.
People were selling it. People that had TikTok on their phone still, because the way the ban happened was, if you still had it downloaded on your phone, you could still use it. But if you uninstalled it, you couldn't re-download it. So you had people that was going to eBay and these different platforms that was selling their iPhones and phones that had it on there for like $13,000, $15,000,
Damn.
$10,000, selling their phones just because they had TikTok on it.
Wow.
People was buying that shit too.
And then they turned it back on what?
And they turned it back on like 2 weeks, like a week later. It was like a week.
Trash.
Wow.
Maybe 2 weeks max. They turned it back on.
So these people are ready for the picking, man, when that time comes.
Oh,
They're
they're
ready
ready.
for it. He
They're
know
ready.
it. At least they ready.
There's a lot of
Shit.
people use that YouTube and all that. They do 100,000 views, they get so much money. When you start getting 1 million views, you're getting money. So that's a source of income, and that's why they put up that bullshit. They put shit up to make you watch it, or they have a title that draw you in. All you gotta do is click on it. That's all they want you to do, whether you look at it or not.
Yeah.
But
It's an algorithm.
yeah.
So even if you don't subscribe, if you just
Verse 14, Isaiah 42, verse 14. It says, I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman.
all this dysfunctionality, like we talking about the social media, that was the way, but it was a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Social media, because that was a way for the Lord for us to
Broadcast the truth. Yeah.
get the word out. So it was a double-edged sword.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yup,
Right.
yup, yup.
So it was beautiful. The Lord, like Apostle Paul had always said, the Lord set up social media for us Really, it was for the prophets. But all the other demons slithered in.
Yeah, you know.
Their magnets, but the Lord's gonna get rid of them.
Made their merchandise.
Yeah.
But the Lord get ready to turn their tables over. That's what he get ready to do. Like you just said, what did he say?
Yep, I'll read it again for you.
Silence.
I'll read it again for you. Yep. Isaiah 42 verse 14. I've long time holding my peace.
See, the Lord's had a long time holding my peace. He in the heavens, like you said, sitting on the right hand side of the Father. He waiting on that command. Right? Go ahead.
It says, I have been still.
Still, the Lord, basically people be hollering, Jesus, Lord, he ain't answered nobody. He ain't answered nobody but the prophets. But it's gonna time for the come. Time for the come.
Yep, it says, I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman.
See, he's gonna come out. He's time to come. Like you said, you read earlier, that war cry.
Right.
See, you go back, we was just talking about the Gad, and you go Comanches and Apaches. When they gave that war cry, them dudes went out and they went full-fledged, but it meant death. How Shai said, I will not meet you as a man. When his war cry come, he ain't gonna die.
Right.
He finna gather you nations to come with y'all war cry, but y'all gonna die on the other end.
Yep.
That's what's finna happen, bro.
Yep. If I can add real quick to Quan, and he said, I refrained myself.
Yeah.
That means he actually ready to get at these people, man.
Exactly.
He on the starting blocks, ready to get out at their ass.
He chomping at the bit, man.
Come on, you got people. All that madness, all that madness, all these weirdos running around. Like, okay, you got the cops standing right there, right? There was some weirdo I see running through here acting all crazy. When I was a kid growing up, behavior like that was not tolerated. Where I'm from, have you seen somebody walking around talking to themselves? The cops will be on you. Sheriffs, deputies. You know, where I'm from in Florida, man, come on, cop. Them sheriffs and deputies or whoever was there, you was getting rolled up on, man. They seen you walking up the road, out jumping around, acting crazy, you was getting hemmed up.
Fort Worth, they don't allow that shit.
Yeah, Fort Worth, they don't allow that. That's why I like it out there.
Yeah, you don't see no derelicts out there just bugging out, all twitching out. Cops will pick your ass up,
Twitching,
take your ass
bug
up
the
there.
fuck out, laid up, that wouldn't be allowed in Fort Worth. That really moved out. See, that's why I don't like downtown Dallas. I come down here to do the work, but I particularly don't like it down here.
Other than that, you ain't finna catch
That's
me.
why after we do the work, I be down to the get the fuck out of here. I come down to do the work and get the fuck on.
Yeah, we did the job.
It says, I will destroy and devour at once.
Real talk, this motherfucker right here, every time we come down here, brother, I'm like, deja vu. Apostle Rama, hey, man, when I come here, I feel like I'm back in the fucking East Coast. I feel like I'm back in fucking New York City on 34th Street.
A lot of people from New York moved here.
Real talk. I ain't even gonna fucking lie to you. Being here right now, I feel like we back on 34th Street in New York City. Back when we used to speak on New York.
Yeah, busy.
No, there's all the craziness, the
Wow,
all
oh
the
shit.
cycles, and the cops just sit there unless we do something. See, the cops don't act until we, like back on 34th Street, when people come up and fuck with us, and, you know, we used to kind of tighten motherfuckers up. Then all of a sudden, who's going on? Then the cops will come.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they'll come out of nowhere.
Right.
I know the routine, man. I know the fucking routine. And the motherfucker come up and we have to get crazy. All of a sudden, the cops will come. Hey, what's going on? Go ahead, brother.
That was it on that. Did you have something?
Now, you know, if you read on, the Lord said what he's going to do for us. Read on, the 16.
Okay. Isaiah 42, I'm going to continue reading down, verse 15. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs. And I will make the rivers islands and will dry up the pools. And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not.
We're gonna be going down. That goes kind of like when we read that, I'm thinking of what the apostle read earlier. He didn't go on where it says 1/3 to be brought through the fire.
Yeah.
See, we're gonna be tested, and the Lord gonna have us going down certain paths because we all walk a straight gate path. But when that time comes, Jacob's trouble, we all may have to be on a path.
Could be a whole different. Yeah.
He gonna lead you down that way. He's not gonna lead you straight either.
Your spiritual GPS system gonna be working. Everybody's gonna be broken. The Lord gonna give you a spiritual radar for you to know where to go and how to move.
Yep.
The second address, chapter 16, in verse 75, it says, "Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your God."
Beautiful. See that? You don't be afraid, don't doubt, because doubt is a demon. So don't doubt what the Lord, if you hear something say go left, you go left. If you hear it say go right, you go right. If you walking that way and you don't hear nothing, you keep walking that way.
Apostle Gabar used to quote that scriptures since I was a teenager. Whoso doubteth is dead.
Yeah, that's it.
And that goes into that time gonna come. The Lord might not have an angel to pull up right then and there. The Lord might not give you spiritual power right then and there. So you can't, or one will find themselves being discouraged and being offended at prophecy. You still got to keep that faith. We don't know when the Lord will have an angel pull in on us to help us out, whatnot. We still got. It's gonna be heavy, man. You still got to keep that. You got to keep that integrity, man.
Now, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, like the spirit got it where brothers is going through infirmities.
Infirmities, everything.
Satan attacking brothers with infirmity. Like it'd be certain nights you think you're gonna pass on, but then you know what though? So what?
So
You gotta challenge the demon. Because the demon ain't got the power to take your life. What the Lord told Satan concerning Job. You can jack him up or do all this other stuff, but that his life you can't take. What do the Bible say? It's the devil to the how about you shot. So it's like, yo, you be laying there certain nights, your heart feeling crazy, and you just be like, yeah. And then when you do go, you just want to go to sleep, you be like, man, I died in my sleep, or whatever. I just want to get some rest, dealing with it. But and then when you go to sleep, you have weird old crazy. I was talking to these brothers about that.
And with Job too, he said, when he sleeps, I said the couch is going to be my comfort or something like that. He terrified me in dreams.
Job 8 up in
So even Job was catching up. He was catching up on his body. He lost everything. And even when he was trying to sleep, he couldn't get no sleep.
demons was messing with him, like he probably sleep paralysis. He was seeing like.
Oh yeah, we be going through that. Apparitions or whatever, or even if you don't see an actual, you know the demons are around. You feel them.
When you have to bed sometimes,
So this particular road that we walking down, this trail is bumpy, it's rough.
It's a lonely path.
It's rough country.
Especially now.
The Lord gonna smooth it out for the elect. He's not gonna let us fail.
Right.
You know what I mean? It says second entrance is one side is fire, one side is water. Afflictions on this side, destructions on one side. But he's gonna keep us walking in that narrow path, bro. He's not gonna let us fail. You just have to, like the brother just read, so like, don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Not once.
And then on top, but keep in mind also, you might let on your life too. We all got to keep that balance in it. You know what I'm saying? We hope, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, if we get caught up, and if it is what it is what it is. You know, the Lord will give you the spirit to deal with it.
I mean, that's what a soldier has to have an understanding when they sign up for the army. That's what they understand. Well, I'm signing up. I could possibly die. You got this likewise in the Lord's army, man.
And you know what? When you when you really look at it, like Apostle Shabbat, what's the big deal?
Coming back.
For real. Okay, you want to stay here and feel crazy and deal with all this. Big shirties, fucking hormones, these unruly women like.
That ain't shit here.
I really just don't believe this, bro.
It's paradise.
So you get this paradise. The black woman running amok, like. So it's like, what do I got to lose?
Got everything to
I mean,
gain.
yeah, you know, we in this flesh, like the Apostle Paul said, that the flesh is a demon. So you get that little fear. Die. But then again, when you go in the spirit, it's like, fuck it, man.
Shit, I know when I came in there, you saw that whole system this shit is smoother than butter, because they never said nothing about dying. Because they'd have shown me a damn video of some carnage, I would have joined. Them motherfuckers said, come on in here, man, get your career. Travel the world, go to college, be somebody, make your mama proud. That's what they tell you. You be like, oh shit. You leave that shit like, yeah. They don't tell you your ass.
Come out with a half leg.
They don't tell you.
Through.
You go to jump school. You finna jump in the dark and land on a fucking tree. break your goddamn bump. They don't tell you that shit.
That's right. That's
If
right.
they tell you that shit, ain't nobody gonna join.
Anybody gonna join?
Nobody gonna join that shit.
God.
They do the exact opposite. They tell you it's beautiful, career, and he'll show you pictures of his house and shit, his car. He'll take you riding in his car, like, shit, you get you one of these in a year or two. That's how they do, man. They recruit.
Motherfucking recruiters. You walk in the goddamn recruiting office, and then them motherfuckers try to they cast spells on you as soon as you walk in. You walk in.
Motherfucker like church preachers.
Hey, like depending on what, if you work in an Army recruiting office or a Marine Corps. Now I grew up in Florida, and on my high school, Melbourne High School, the campus, I was in ROTC. And the motherfuckers from high school, we still in fucking high school playing football. We thinking about playing football, man. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about going to the NFL and shit. Shit, man, we have recruiters, but that's part of them spirits. And we have recruiters from the Miami Dolphins coming and taking us to breakfast. Back in them days, you could recruit right out of high school. That's how it was. Anyways, to get back to the point, we had the Marine Corps dudes on the fucking campus at high school.
Oh yeah.
And then we had ROTC, that was big. Military's big back in the South. You know? Oh yes, so you already getting pumped up. You already being programmed to join the fucking military.
Yeah.
From high school. You see, Marine Corps. My high school was Marines. So we all had a hard-on for the Marines. Jarhead. Right? But that's how it do, man. But my father, well, one of my uncles was Marine. My dad was Army, but Special Forces. You walk in the fucking office, man. I remember I went to New York. I went with one of my cousins. He was National Guard. I went with him, and he went to re-enlist. I walked into Special Forces. Like they cast spells. Motherfucker trying to get me to join the Special Forces. You know what I mean?
This is the true Special Forces right here.
Yeah, cut. But I'm saying how they, and we're young, you a teenager, man. You walk in the recruiting office, come on. You're a Special Forces guy, ego, feeding to your ego. And like you say, oh yeah, well, there's no war going on, which is bullshit, because the Gulf War was going on at that time. So you know your ass gonna be infantry. You know what I mean? Right. Especially if you were on that side.
Oh yeah, absolutely. On that sign, front line.
But you didn't have, specifically most Jakes go because they don't really have anything really going for themselves, right? You know, like they tell you, college is paid for. You know what I'm saying? You want that Charger? You want that Charger? Yeah. Well, yeah, you can save your money, because you don't got to, you get a bonus, a re-enlistment bonus. You don't got to pay for rent. You got no bills. You got no bills.
That's if you survive.
Or, oh, something happened to you, your mama get your money. You mean, wait a minute. What the, you just told me all this good.
Oh yeah, she gets your money.
Yeah, you gotta sign that shit off. And it's like, damn, what the fuck?
You know this. What else your mama get? She gets a nice, Denzel said it, real talk. And when your coffin is laying right there with your corpse inside of it, your mama gets that nice, crisply folded flag for your son's service. We thank him, Madam Jenkins. Nice folded flag. They fold it up real nice. You get taps. Right? You get all that good shit.
21
and then the officer, the general. Mrs. Jenkins, a grateful nation thanks you for your son's service.
Sacrifice.
Your sacrifice. But you dead in the coffin. See, Esau's the devil.
That's why
they had that set up a selective service. Remember that?
Yeah. You had to sign up, in high school. I remember that.
High school, selective service.
I didn't think I signed up for that shit.
Oh no, they're gonna start pulling niggas over there. Remember we talked about that in your car, they was gonna start pulling, they're gonna start pulling Big Shirley over there and have ecto suits. Bionic Big Shirley. Them bitches will make nice coverage.
They ain't gonna make it past the gas chamber test.
They'll make it. Shit. They'll make them add that shit.
You gotta go in that gas chamber, and you have your mask on, you be like, this is cool. And they say, pull it out. Say your social security number. 47.
They gotta
start
see.
going everywhere, snot and shit. Your ass falling out, you fall out, you gotta drag them out and shit. Shit, that gas chamber, bro.
Yeah.
But no,
They come out, they always got a big ass tree right there at the end of the runway. You just walk and hit the fucking tree.
And they do that shit to see if you can withstand torture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have
Yeah,
people
man.
that ran out there, motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker run
I
out.
was like this. I would hope, say whatever I had to say, and then go like this when I read.
Yeah, man.
I didn't come out here with snots and all that.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers was coming out there throwing up.
Training that military, Esau's military ain't no joke. It's training you had to go through. Go ahead, man.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 13. It says, I'm starting verse 13. It says, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom.
Boy, it's one of my favorites. Don't quote that again. Quote that scripture again.
2nd Ezra 16 and 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
Yep.
In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed.
What wars? Now we're going pursuing back to Matthew's wool sweater. How like you have a woman that knows how to wool a sweater or a blanket. It all is like it's interwoven. That's why Yahweh Shai said, I come in the book. I come in the volume of the book that is written of me. But these idiots don't understand. These idiots, these people, the Christians, sure as hell don't understand. You know? The wars, man. Is it not happening right now?
Yeah.
In the UK, they already, they pretty much made an announcement, I want to say it was either yesterday or 2 days ago. They said that they got to prepping their citizens to start pretty much stockpiling the food. You know, for pretty much stockpiling the food because the war is coming. You know?
Yeah, in Europe, right?
Yeah, Europe. Yeah, they bring it back. They bring it back the trash. You already know it's coming. You already know it's coming over here. You know? And
Oh, yeah.
out there in the
Over there, they call it what, conscription.
conscription. Yeah, yep. Because even in the Ukraine, you could be a regular citizen walking up and down the street. Somebody roll up in a white van, grab your ass, and throw you in the van, and now next day you're over there.
You got an AK in your hand.
That's what they doing out there in the Ukraine. See with Jake right now. Jake is desensitized. Jake is not even Jake. Everybody in Babylon is desensitized to sudden fear.
Yeah.
See, because you can walk up and down the street. You know, you can still go to these little stores and get food and go on a little date, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But you can't do that shit over there in Syria. They ain't doing that shit over there in Gaza and Ukraine and all that shit, man. You go over there in a building, all of a sudden the motherfucker collapse on you.
On top of that, they got a missile hanging out their ceiling.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm just not picking on it. It's just setting it. You know, the cell phone, like they not thinking.
They ain't thinking about no danger.
No. You think those two are thinking about him or any? You think they're thinking about, well, I might die. This might be my last night on earth.
Nope.
Do you think that? Look at them. Look at them.
No,
Tell-
no.
Look at boy.
They on their phone. They worried about Cinco de Mayo next month.
You know, the phones got demons on them.
Man,
You
big
think
time.
these motherfuckers are thinking about it might be their last night on earth?
Not at all.
You think they thinking about, well, maybe I might not be alive when the sun rises?
Right.
See, we think about that. Yeah, you know she.
Nah.
You know Clarissa Shields right there. Right?
I remember we was in Iraq. They had this private group over there. They was instructing, anybody. They got a curfew. They called a curfew. So if you was caught after 8, they gun you down and then worry about picking you up later. That first night they killed 168 people.
Good.
These were like American contractors over there in Iraq.
Yeah.
Good. Hey,
Yep.
hey, the one of you, how about Jimmy Howard shot? But you know what? See all these fucking examples? Like Clarissa Shields right here. And a few fucking burrito eating bitches. That's gonna happen here. That's coming.
Right, yeah.
They're gonna bring them in. The Gurkha troops comes here. They right. cell phone, they go pop, 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 pop.
Yep.
And see all this stupid shit like we was watching earlier, like these niggas, Esau is doing that for a fucking reason. Remember the stuff I'll be see shit like that. They gonna go pop, 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 pop. They gonna have them fucking the man.
Palestine. Fuck.
They gonna have them power guns. Damn, what's the name of those? Shit, man. The tank.
What?
50 caliber or whatever.
The 50 calibers on the tank.
Abrams.
They're gonna bring them tanks.
Yeah, with the machine gun at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The metal, the big.
They're gonna come through here with them. Yeah, man. They're gonna come through with them MRPs, them drones, robot dogs. But they're gonna come with higher technology. And all the shit like you see Clarissa Shields. You remember Clarissa Shields, right? Like she that bitch will try to fight you. You have to break her fucking leg. You know what I mean? That black bitch that walked there. You know what I'm saying?
They showed me that in that movie, The First Purge. When Jake was all playing around, all joking and all that kind of stuff, Esau was doing a psychological experiment where they brought all kinds of weapons, like drones and machine guns. It was an experiment. It was trying to have Jake kill each other, but they was partying and bullshit. So Esau had to bring the big guns out.
Oh, the purge. Well, the purge is coming. The purge is coming.
Verse 38.
You mind if I just continue this?
Yeah. It goes right in what we talking about.
Okay.
Right.
Verse 34 again. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack.
Disaster's coming quickly. Go ahead.
Verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month brings forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains pass her womb.
It's like when a woman pregnant, it says she gonna have them pains, right? She might have them for several hours. That's what America's state of America is right now. But it says when that time comes, that baby gonna come. So destruction on America is gonna come. Like you said, the Lord is patiently waiting, the Son is waiting. This motherfucker's in the 9th month. We're gonna go pregnancy and it's gonna fucking pop, bro.
She can't hold it no more.
Right. You can't hold it.
Because the contractions, they just start hitting. And then the contractions get worse and worse. The time gets shorter and shorter and shorter, and it get, and it gets worse. The pain increases until that baby's born, man.
Exactly.
So continuing on for you, it says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child comes forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Yeah,
there it is.
Just a slack a bit.
Yep.
You got it.
Yep. They're gonna be, like you said, groaning, like you were saying earlier. When this shit hit, Big Shirley and them gonna be hollering. Oh boy. Isaiah the 3rd chapter, 16th verse on down. It's gonna be a bad situation out here, man.
And they're gonna know, and these people are gonna know that it's a higher power doing it. Because the things that we're gonna see, man, the things that we're gonna see is gonna be worse than the flood. Like the Lord said it, man. Right. I'm talking about newly created creatures, all these various different things that's gonna come up and hit this place in America. That's why Yahweh Shah said, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. But the spirit of Yahweh Shah has to be on you to even endure it. Because there's not going to be no way you can endure it on your own. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I could bench press 400 pounds, run 140. You know what I'm saying? Have a 50-inch vertical. That shit ain't going to stop a fucking drone. One drone right now could be flying right here and drop a bomb, and this whole block could be completely obliterated.
All that pride, see the scripture talk about that in Proverbs. It says pride goeth before destruction. Like you see these women, these are insignificant women. Like, okay, we deal with women, we love women, but like, most of these bitches are stank, disease-infested bitches. But they're proud. And most of them are homeless. And that one white woman, I hit him, I went homeless. She's sleeping on the bed. Hey, check out trouble. Martial law. We've been telling these idiots.
Do you remember, it was one order, I think it was dealing with Issachar, the third one. They asked him, he said, well, what more is on it? He said, well, we got to discuss it later. He couldn't read what the next part was. He said, we'll do it later when they go in the back. So,
Yeah.
shit for only 8 years to hear.
God, beautiful. But I love it. See, but what these dumb fucking black African American Negroes, Big Shirley and Keisha and Pookie and Reverend don't understand, them executive orders that they, remember, like you just said it, what is that? What's the other half? These niggas out here, they going, listen, man, ever since that whole, what year was that? If y'all remember, the year George Floyd got killed.
16.
That was 16?
17.
No, it was like 17.
17 somewhere in there.
Okay.
No, it was a little bit later than 16, I think. We can look
Right
it
before
up.
COVID. What's the
Look it up. Somebody look it up. No, I want to know because there's method to my madness with this. There's a point that I really want to bring out because, brother, the spirit got me for whatever reason is locked on Jake. Because we here watching this shit. Yeah, and I'm glad that, you know what? I'm a man. You got to call me Uncle Tom, Uncle Tomahawk, whatever you want to call me. I hate Israel. I hate these motherfuckers. Okay, and I know that sound. I know the scoffers gonna go, but man, they can fucking, I don't care about the scoffers.
Right.
I hate these motherfuckers. You understand? I look at these people with disdain, and I still hate them eating. But it's funny, I hate Esau and the other nations just as bad. You understand? Now, y'all understand where I'm coming from, right? Now, who do I love? Okay, but I just said I hate Israel. So scoffers like, Satan, maybe he's a heathen. He hates Israel. The Most High hates Israel.
Right.
He said he's gonna kill most of the Israelites. Okay, see, but you gotta be a prophet and in the right mind to understand that. I love the elect, and that's why we'll get him.
It said fire
Just
on
to
it.
back myself up. But see, we was always on that shit, man. Possible Nine was a witness.